Moose is in the house. Moose is in the house. Watch out. Watch out. Here's Moosey.
Hey all, how's it going? Hope you're doing fantastic. Best Monster Rancher game, let's go. It is a pretty good game. I am quite a big fan of Monster Rancher 3. Hope you're doing fantastic. I'm doing good. Moose is in the house. You gotta watch out. Hope you guys had a good weekend. My weekend was okay. It wasn't too busy work-wise, but it was very busy socially. Went to watch the Canelo fight at the gym, which was super fun. Drank way too much though. So yesterday was a combination of like physical pain from workout and all the running I've been doing, and being the most hungover I've been probably since I was in my 20s. So yesterday was rough, and then today I had a really early day. Today is like the beginning of my like extremely demanding time of the year work-wise. So I've got some stuff lined up, so we'll be able to get videos out pretty consistently. Like, we got a tiny bit of a backlog on the go. We got a couple of Nuzlocke videos. That series is almost done. It's been like 6 weeks since the last one. I've just been, grinding out other stuff in the meantime. And then, I got about 2 weeks to finish the new Rancher rundown. And then Project L's working on some stuff. We got our first Moosebones Classics video. We got a video on Digimon Digital Card Battle up. If you are a Patreon supporter or a YouTube member, it's really funny. He did a really good job in editing it. I'm pretty happy with it. So that's pretty sick. Just a little something extra for people who, I've been supporting monetarily. I do appreciate it. But yeah, we got a series on Monster Rancher 4 coming out from when I played through while breaking the game a little bit by like never unlocking counterattacks. That's pretty fun. And then yeah, the end of the Nuzlocke, a couple other like raising VODs and stuff, the Mana La Prancha video and some other things like that. So even though next couple of weeks are probably going to be intermittent in terms of like streaming and all of that, we will be getting back into the DXBL hopefully October sometime, and then I don't know when video uploads will go back to normal. Probably the new year, as is tradition. But yeah, hope you guys had a good weekend. Anyone do anything fun, or anybody forced to do something unfun? I was playing through Bugs Bunny Lost in Time, which is a game I played a lot as a kid. And I was like, I haven't played this in like a million years. Let me play through it and see what it's like. Because I thought it might be kind of interesting to learn the speedrun, if there's like a good speedrun for it or whatever. The speedrun is like insane. Like, I don't know if I'm ever going to play the game enough to get to the point where it's like legitimately like something I can do. It's an early 2000s, late 90s platformer in 3D, so there's like just an insane amount of movement tech and shit. How does one get into the DXBL? Let me see if I have it set up. There should be a command. Let me just make sure this is right. There you go. There's the form. If you're on YouTube, I will post it in the description. But for the time being, there's the form. You should be seeing that on YouTube as well. YouTube. There's the chat. There's the chat. And let me pin this. There we go. There. Easy peasy. But yeah, we're playing a little bit of Monster Hunter 3 today. We started a file, and then we just kind of never finished what we were doing. So we're going to work on that a little bit. Do I have the sound turned off? I think I do have the sound turned off because we were playing at a sped up speed. Uno momento, let's see. This fucker is greedy. How did I have it set up? What is the problem here? One point oh. Did I grab the wrong? Oh, I have the wrong thing. Okay, one sec. X overlay. This is the classic. It doesn't. I haven't really lined it up properly in quite some time. There we go. The sprite you made turned it a lot better than I would have expected for the first time. Yeah, it looks really good. You did a good job. Attach. And there we go. So there's a lot of other stats here. If you've never seen the Monster Hunter 3 Advanced Viewer. Also, if I have... Okay, that was me when I was an old man. This is what we had. This is... It's more. It's not lined up super well, but, you know, it is what it is. I need to make a new overlay. Is 3 different from 2? It's easier. In a casual sense, it's a lot easier. Competitively, it's very complicated. Okay, so this is... Here, one sec. Let me show you what I'm looking at. This is the actual advanced viewer for 3. Like, this is... There's a lot of stuff going on here. But we don't need to worry about that. Not right now. A little slower to play overall. You just speed it up. Speed it up and all is okay. Let me... Make sure my webcam is okay. Low light comp is off. Okay, okay. Cool. I think we're good. So I have the speed up because it is a little bit grindy. What are we aiming for? We're just trying to get as high of stats as we can, and then we're going to pass this on to another monster. We're not too worried about what this guy's going to end up with. This is not our main guy. We're looking for probably keeping nearsighted and sharp eyes. The rest of it is whatever. Resists heat, resists water, reduces damage from water attacks. It'd be nice if this did anything. We don't know if it does anything. I think it's a little spiked cuff. It's a little brass knuckle for his foot. Okay, let's play some music. We're just gonna do Yoshi's Woolly World again. It's a good OST. Have it play in the background. Is that an accessory, or is he like that? It's an accessory. I think it increases damage from tail attacks, but we're not too worried about that because he's an intelligence attacker. Okay. So the game is going to fluctuate a little bit speed-wise. Hold on. I need to turn this down. And then turn this up. So if you guys... If I get notifications or whatever, I'll actually hear it now. Gives you 2 good matchups, Lesio and Ogio. But it might give you less because the damage it reduces might actually just be a statistical like rounding error, and it rounds down to nothing. We don't know. We got to do more math on it. Okay. Or if it even works as the game advertises, yeah. So speed and life are really what we're working on here. Defense would be fine too. Our intelligence obviously is very good right now. This will be for an intelligence monster, so the power is completely meaningless. The way you like build monsters in this game is interesting. So parents, there's like no combination in this game. So the parent is literally like gonna pass down 20% of its stats to the next monster. So the idea here is to just crank up the stats you want, and then it'll pass traits and stats down, and then we'll be fine. Look at him go. We're gonna take the heart this guy gives us and give it to a hare, and then hare's gonna give us fast footwork. So we're gonna make a speedy mon, and then after that we'll actually raise the guy we want to raise. But after that, we'll save the file, and then we'll just have a heart saved that has fast footwork and sharp eyes. So it'll be higher accuracy, higher speed, more damage taken. But, you know, it's a speed monster. And then, yeah, I'll just save the file, and every time I want to make an intelligence speedster, I have that file ready to go. The Monster Heart system is pretty cool. This Mutta. We're not too stressed on like maxing out its stats or anything. Like I said, this is just, we're passing it down. What do we have for, we got 69 weeks of lifespan left. That's pretty nice. Awful? I could say awful, but I'm not gonna. If only you could pass down intuitive. I'm not willing to do the RNG and stuff required to get all the other traits. We'll get what we get, and we'll be happy with it. This creature disgusts me. It's awesome. Big eye and big ears. You know what they say about big eyes and big ears? Big tail. There are traits you can pass down, yeah. So he's got sharp eyes, which increases accuracy. Speed and accuracy are the same stat in this game. Like speed and skill are rolled into one, but there's traits that increase like the accuracy of moves. There's traits that increase your speed, like your evasion. So even though they're technically raised by the same stat, you have a lot of ways to like differentiate. Like you can build low speed on your monster to make like a tank, and then give them traits that give them high accuracy. So you can still be a high accuracy tank, even though like your speed stat is like fairly low. Okay, I forget, is this is one of them, right? No? Okay. 0 for 3. Trying to go to the noisy halls. Okay, which was I was boosting Suezo Beam, right? The gnarly tongue punch? Gross. So this is a Ran adventure, and it's at the beginning of each season. or the end of each season, whichever way you want to think about it. You get to go on this like little adventure. There's no expeditions in the game. This is kind of like expedition and errantry all rolled into one. You can raise your stats. You can get new skills and abilities. You can get new techs. This is how you learn new techs. And you can power up your techs, which is one of the cooler things in this game. Does AV not tell you tech levels? It does. I should probably look. Suezo Beam is maxed out. We maxed it out right there. So, it's Dunzo. It's Monzo even. Noise. Deep Kiss is level 6. Okay, so Deep Kiss is almost maxed out too. Maybe this one will work for you? Is the other one not working? Okay, so if I take a look at my monster, it's maxed out. What were the other levels? 26 damage, 32. So it gains 32, or it gains 6 force, which isn't bad. How's he doing? He looks okay. They give you a little portrait. If he's walking around and he doesn't look like he's tired, you can like always take a look here and it'll show you if they're like sleepy or whatever. What breed am I gonna do with the tourney? I don't know. Oh, the cheat file. I saw that. That looks sick. Because they're tough to get. I will say, that's one of the things I kind of like about the RNG in this game. Because, like, they're so, like, they don't make a difference, right? Even the ones that raise your stats really don't make that much of a difference. Outside of maybe the glasses. But you can just buy those at the store. It's just, you know, it's a random chance. But it's funny to be like, hey, look at this thing I found. I got a parrot on top of my gel. It says I need to download .NET desktop runtime even though I already have it. Do you have it like in the same... Like you installed .NET? Or did you just download it? You did install it. Yeah, that's annoying. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I forgot I named him Paul. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why everybody's has like such a negative visceral reaction to my boy Monzo here. I think he's funny. I think the Tanuki one's probably my favorite, but... He's the high-end Paul guy. He's Paul from Streets. We're really just grinding out the last little bit of its lifespan. We're not too worried about doing anything else. We can do some tournaments to... I guess we can get some money. Just for the sake of it. Zap. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. He's done. He's the most done anyone's ever been. Mahato. And a Mahato to you, too. Let's Wither the Dragon. Yeah, GG's, brother. Funny how you thought you were going to get to play. Meow. Give him a smooch. Oh, he blocked it. Alright, I don't like that. Two blocks? Excuse me? This fucking guy, man. That had to be like 90% chance to hit. He's head spinning. I like Mogi. Bah.
Oh no, I need your help burying his body.
I like having 900 speed and getting hit by everything.
And some garbage bags.
There you go. No guts for you. We got him. Monster Farm line Mogi is literally human man. Yeah. Looks rough? In what way? Albatross. Mwah. We gave him the smooch. I think the difference between like, what do you call it? Like 300 speed and 999 speed in this game is not nearly as big as it is in Monster Rancher 2. Also, I only have 600 speed. I was looking at 900, but that's my skill, or my intelligence rather. I'll take minus 50 guts. Bump, bump. Bump, bump, bump. Beaklon's guts rate is so fast in this game, man. Animation for Kiss? Yeah, he like vacuums them in. What should we feed it? The meat? The wonderful meat. Yeah, we need to do life and speed. The tongue flex, it's pretty gnarly. We were joking the other day that it's like the Always Sunny bit where they make the posters of like the flexing bicep that totally is not a dick. It's just a manly bicep. Yeah, you can rest. It's fine. Oh. Life stage 13. Hey Zaf, how are you doing? Still have 54 weeks of lifespan left. Characteristics have changed. How have they changed? He's touchy now. I don't know what that means. He's got resist heat and resist cold. And resist water. You have decimals? How does it work? Exactly how you'd expect it to work. If you have 0.5 of a week, it doesn't make a difference until you've like lost that 0.5, then it goes down an additional week. So if you lose 1.5 weeks of lifespan, it's 1. If you lose 1.5 weeks of lifespan twice, it's 3. You don't like the single eye and 2 ears combo? We got haters in chat. Stat gain starting to tank. I don't really need to do any of this anymore. So colorful and fun looking? Yeah, it's sick. I love this game. Alright, well that was literally the worst possible case. Yeah, I think it's the best looking one too. It's the only one with an art style that doesn't feel like really dated. 1 and 2, like 2 more than 1, I would say, like looks fine. It just looks like an old PS1 game. 2's art style I don't think holds up at all. Evo is offensive. It's a protein, mineral, vitamin thing. Is it nutritional value? Yeah. If you're trying to like breed a specific personality, they're important, but I don't really worry about that, so it's fine. That's out of my pay grade right now. We're still like 50 weeks out. It's his birthday again. Welcome, Paul. Really love Monster Rancher 1 sprite and pixel art. Yeah, the pixel art's really good. The animations are gnarly in 1. Like, there's so much more polish on all the animations in 2 versus 1. Lucille. Don't even give him any cake, I know. These stat gains are kind of rough, but we're just blasting though. Mogi and Gaitan. For the new one? I don't even know what the... I assume it's just the same rules as always. Different cakes? Different cakes would be interesting. I think the fact they had a cake at all is like pretty interesting though. That's one of those things where like different stats or whatever, different boosts is like a thing that is like almost seems obvious in retrospect. That's something they could have done, but that's with like 20 years of like building on the genre and all of that. Entered Gaitan. My Lesion did pretty good last time. I was kind of surprised. It was just a good pick for the meta. On fan mail back? The fan mail is pretty neat. Interesting idea that, you know, is not I guess not conducive to people who are willing to play the game more than a couple of hours, because it's just the same letters over and over again. But it's a cool idea for sure. Poncho can get fast footwork. He's a speedy little boy. He's got feet. Bum, bum, bum. So he's got a 3 out of 9 for life gain. The fact it's out of 9 for gains is so funny. He got a perfect 5 out of 7. So I'm out of the birthday cake in 2 right now. It was literally done with your heavyweight mon. Everything perfect that happened to fall on his birthday and gave me a heart attack. Thanks for the powder. I mean, sounds like you solved the problem. Get to walk tomorrow? Hell yeah. I'm almost not able to walk. I've been doing a lot of running lately. Trying to, like, I don't want to say, like, get back in shape. Like, I'm doing okay right now. But in terms of, like, actually running, I haven't done, like, serious running in, like, a year. I've done other stuff for cardio. I do a lot of skipping. I do, like, elliptical cycling machine and stuff. But, like, I don't do running. And so this week I was like, I'm gonna do like a significant amount of running, and I was running like between I was running about 5K a day every day from like Monday to Friday. And then after Friday it was like my feet were not like regular pain from like being on your feet all day, but like, oh, there's something wrong, like my feet are fucked up. And so the last couple of days have been like me coming to terms with the fact that like I have to get new shoes, because when I'm standing in my boxing shoes, my boxing boots, my feet are fine. I can feel the pain a little bit, but like it's okay. But if I'm wearing just even my regular shoes now, it's like searing pain in my feet. Don't I have shin splints? They kind of went away. But like I was walking today at work, and like, you know, I was like limping a little bit. I was trying to like find different ways I could move without like what was going to cause my foot to have the least amount of pain. And I stepped on this one part of my foot, kind of like opposite the ball of your foot, like where your little baby toe is. And when I put my weight on it, it felt like my foot broke. Like it was just like an unbelievable amount of pain, just like shooting pain into my foot, like almost collapsed. And then I didn't feel that again for the rest of the day. So I was like, what the fuck was that? So I think I might have like twisted my ankle a little bit or something running. And it's just like things are a little bit out of place right now. Shin splints go away? No. They go away. It's just an injury. But yeah, my even if I like twist my foot a specific way right now, I can like kind of force that pain back. Hey, Macho Cheese. Old man syndrome? I know. Thanks, Macho. Appreciate it. Turn up my alerts a little bit. Broke your ankle a couple months ago, still healing. Foot injuries suck. Yeah, it's like, I think it's just like RSI in my foot. Like my shoes were probably a little bit too old to be doing like the level of running I was doing in them. And it was just, I don't know, it sucks. Because like yesterday, it was kind of going away, and then I went to the gym, and I didn't do anything that involved my feet. I did a lot of like bike, I did a lot of elliptical, but that's like super, super low impact on your feet. And then I did like a bunch of weights and like squats and stuff. All this stuff that isn't like high impact on my feet. And I felt great. And then I woke up today and it was just like unbelievable pain again. So I'm like, what the fuck? I thought it was gone. Why is it back? That's 5 years, baby. 5 years, almost a year. Second verse, same as the first. Thank you, brother. How have you been? How was Monster Thursdays this week? I got to tune in for the first little bit, but then I missed the rest of it. 246 seems like a lot of fun. Had issues with feet all your life? I don't have like one very particular kind of sole in my shoe. I'm like crippling pain all the time. Damn. Ever got a professional massage? I have. I go once a month. Though I haven't been in a little while, even though it's technically covered by my wife's insurance, so it's free. Punisher kind of dominated without much adversity, though. That's a shock. Punisher good? News to me. I feel like stat block tournaments allow you the opportunity to like try and counterplay a little bit better, but I think it also makes stuff that's like already really strong just like way better. Yeah, let's fight Ragnaroks. Do you think he's fine with other folks running 246? I would hope so, considering it's like a format. Imagine if I was mad somebody was running welterweight. Minimalist shoes with a nice wide toe box will change your life, especially if sports shoes don't hurt. I mean, I'm no stranger to shoes and like spending a lot of money on shoes. Like my boxing shoes were like 180 USD. And I got to replace those about once a year. I currently have 2 different pairs of shoes that are like $250 USD. I'm willing to spend the money on it. It's just that the ones I have are like, they're at the end of their life. And so I was trying to do too much with these shoes that were like starting to fall apart. So I gotta go ham and buy something sick. Do dialogue options for scolding and praising matter in this game? They do. They change personality traits and stuff. Are you find combination guide for this? There is no combination in Monster Rancher 3. No arch support? What are you talking about? Are we just assuming that I'm like, yeah, I'm willing to spend a lot of money for good shoes, and you're like, you're buying shoes without arch support? Barefoot shoes? Nah, man. No, I'm going to follow the science on it. What's the build idea for this guy? It's nothing. He's just a base for like we're gonna get the heart and then we're gonna give it to something else. I've tried the shoes that are like it's supposed to just be your feet, and like it's really awkward. I'm not a big fan of it. That's what the science says. That's what some science says. A lot of it is just I want to believe this, so I'm gonna believe it. When you're doing like long distance and stuff, you need something that's like significantly more rugged, though. I feel like same people say barefoot shoes help, say laying on a hard floor helps your back. I don't know if there's any corollary on that. I'm not trying to put words in anyone's mouth. I'm just saying I've tried things. And I like walking on clouds. That's all I'm gonna say. Day-to-day barefoot's the way to go. Okay, so I think we're saying the same thing here. My day-to-day shoes are like flat Adidas 4Ds. There's like very little. They might as well be like expensive skate shoes. There's almost nothing going on in them. It's just like flat. And then like an insole that's like soft, so my foot just like squishes in it. But for running, like I have shoes that have like significantly more arch support. But those are starting to fall apart, so. So yeah, I think we're like on the same page. I'll show you my the shoes I just wore out. So these aren't like obviously barefoot shoes, but these are like the last pair I just went through. They're technically the pair I have now that I need to replace for my day-to-day. These guys here. This is more of a design than anything. The sole is like, it's pretty flat. And because this like compresses so much, it ends up being like pretty flat to the ground. It basically feels like you're wearing a tennis shoe. Dad came up to visit in 2020 and bought me 2 pairs of non-slip shoes. I think my issue is how I walk though. It could be. All right. My big problem is that at work, a lot of the time I need steel toes though. So it's hard to just like, it's hard to find just like a comfortable pair of shoes that aren't like wearing training weights. Hey Jake, how are you doing? Monster Rancher's been going good. But yeah, no, I think we're saying the same thing. I think we're on the same page. And my my boxing boots are pretty flat as well. Like there's very little give in them, and it's an extremely hard sole. So really the only bending I can do is at the toe. There's a little bit of give at the toe, so you can stand on your toes, but the rest of it is like hard plastic. Like you can't like move your foot around in it. And when I wear those, there's like no pain at all. We're just gonna go again. Okay, really? You can fuck off, dude. On the buzzer? Maron. Okay. Jiu-jitsu for cardio? The thing is that running is a very, very specific type of cardio. I do lots of stuff for cardio, but running is... The efficiency in which you get cardio out of running is like unmatched by anything else. Even other things that like mimic it, like the elliptical and bike riding and stuff like that, is like, it's all good. Even though those two are like, I suppose, more of a leg workout than a cardio thing at their essence. But even like boxing, like in the ring, multiple rounds with like 30 seconds in between is good cardio, but it's not as efficient of getting your like heart rate up. Worried about MRSA from Jiu-Jitsu? I'm worried about dying when I cross the street because a car might hit me. And you gotta just accept some risk with the activities you do. No, Beating Ragnarok doesn't do anything. It's just fun. We did it. He's tired. Imagine watching someone beat Ragnaroks, then you show up next week like, let's fight. I think I got this. Boxing feels like great hit workout. It is. I've been doing, it sucks you can't raise a Ragnarok. Lexi has a mod that lets you do it. Let's do this. We can get Deep Kiss to max, I think. I don't think we're ever getting Monster Rancher 3 and 4 DX. I think there's a cost analysis there where it's not worth it to even pay the people to like wrap it in an emulator. Available on Legend Cut through a specific save file. Hell yeah. Hey, we got 5 defense. That's actually the optimal way to like raise a monster if you're trying to max it out. Is getting those like random pickups. Never know what KT's thinking. That's fair. Mega Man Star Force Getting Collection. That's one people didn't buy back in the day. Great games though. Okay, well that's the difference. Is that I don't know if you can call a 3 and 4 collection great games. You can call it great game. I'm a fundamental believer that people liked Monster Rancher 4 because it came out in an era where a lot of kids had one game that they got to play for like the next couple of months after they got it. They got it for Christmas or whatever, and they're like, cool, this is the game I'm playing. I feel like it does not hold up to scrutiny very well. DXS speed up just 2 times. Right now, I'm not even going 2 times. It's only like 170%. That's the fastest it'll run uncapped. So 2 times for 3 would be a good. $300 speed because it feels so slow to me. Like what you're watching right now. I'm only playing at the 2 something. I think I have PCSX2 capped at a certain amount of RAM usage. I could probably just unlimit it and then it would be at like 800%. Because I have 64 gigs of RAM in my rig, which is like by far, like it's certainly not the bottleneck. Buy a copy of Monster Rancher 4 for $20 at my local game store. Pretty good indicator, doesn't exactly sought after. I mean, 4 is like all over the place. People find it for like $100. Wanted to love 4 so bad, but it made me boot up 2 again. That was my, when I first started streaming, I was like, I'm going to play Monster Rancher 4. I loved Monster Rancher 4. Let's check it out. And then I'm playing it, and I'm just like, I could be doing anything else right now. Like, it was just, it's so grindy for nothing. 4 is a great game if you only have 1 game to play for the next 3 months, and you're able to put in like 2 hours a day. And then mom's like, alright, that's enough video games for today. You gotta do your homework. Rage quitting into playing Monster Rancher 1, and then I raised a guy in like fucking, I don't know, like 20 minutes in Monster Rancher 1. I was like, this is sick. I think we have that stream. That could be one of the Moose Bones classics. Next month is Mombazoo, so I'm excited about that one. Power 4 so broken beat the game without gliding? That's really funny. How many A presses though? I was talking a little bit at the beginning of the stream. I was playing some Bugs Bunny Lost in Time this weekend. And that game, pretty fun platformer. Hadn't played it since I was a kid. There's some questionable endgame design choices where it's just like, it felt like they had an idea of what they wanted to do and then kind of ran out of time. We're just like, oh shit, I guess we got to implement this thing we wanted to do, even though it like didn't really make any sense or like whatever. It just, how do I explain this? There's like special abilities you can get in the game where by doing certain things you can unlock like a super jump, or you can unlock like a way to like open gates or whatever, but only in specific areas. Like you can't super jump all the time. You have to be standing on the super jump icon. Think of like a Banjo-Kazooie type thing, right? The super jump is implemented fairly well, and then you get 2 skills in like the second last level of the game where they're like, oh, you can now open every gate, like it's like a master key, and oh, you also have the ability to like summon fans to like jump to like higher areas, which is also kind of just like a super jump with more steps. So 2 of the like magic like super skills you unlock are kind of the same thing, and you unlock both of them back to back in like 30 seconds. It's and then like there's 2 more levels and then the game is done. It's just really bizarre design choice, but the game itself pretty fun. The camera is a nightmare, as you would expect from a 1999 platformer. But it was a lot of fun, and I was debating learning the speedrun. So I looked up the speedrun, and it was just fucking... It's insane. It's insane. There's so much, like, tech in the game. And it's one of those things where it's like, I almost kind of just want to like respect that it's difficult and not bother putting in the time, because it, I don't know, man. I was talking about Moose Bones Classics on Thursdays. I was hoping you do Varjak Paw versus Arthur. That could be interesting. I couldn't make a whole episode out of that, but like I would feel bad if that was the only thing I released. But maybe I could do like a super cut of like that tournament and like cut it to like 40 minutes or whatever. Of just their battles or something. Never made it past the first level of that game? Really? Is that Bio? Is Bio back? How you been, man? You were like 5? I get it. And like, this is not me being, what do you call it? I'm not like being judgmental, because I remember my sister, the exact same thing. That was like the video game she got for Christmas, and I got, I think, NHL 99 or NHL 2000. And I remember her trying to play, and she's just like, I can't do this. Like, so I had to like sit down and like play it with her. And then I was like, this game actually rocks. This shit is great. You rebranded a little, I see that. Movement being really fun. There's a lot going on in it. How about your sister in Animal Crossing? Your sister made you beat Animal Crossing? You're still working on it to this day. I play a cozy farming Monster Hunter game that has raising battle elements for like Animal Style Crossing gameplay. I am a big, I wouldn't say cozy game hater. I liked Fantasy Life. I played Harvest Moon when I was a kid, but I don't think it's like my vibe anymore. It's just like, it's unfair to say it's busy work, but it's just like, it's too much management. It's almost the same reason I don't like Monster Hunter 4. It's just, there's too much like micromanagement of the thing that is like not fun in the moment-to-moment aspects of it. Does the new Digimon story game interest me? I have like no actual interest in it, but everyone keeps saying it looks pretty good, and I trust them, so I might do something with it. I like Animal Crossing. Don't waste my time with 99% of cozy farming sims. Like I'd never play like whatever. What's the one? No, I don't remember. I don't even remember names. It's fine. I wouldn't call Monster Hunter a cozy game. I suppose it is, but it's not like in the same vein. It's a sim. There's a demo now. There's a lot of interesting mechanics. I could try it out. Maybe we'll play it tomorrow on stream. I gotta get this freaking guide done, though. Ever been able to get into any Digimon games? You know what's so funny? There's a guy who makes Digimon, mostly Digimon game videos, and he like does like all these like weird challenges and stuff. And he did one the other day that was like, can I beat Digimon World 2 as a Nuzlocke? And he like put a bunch of mods on and stuff like that to like make it doable. And it's really funny because I think I still got something I can show you real quick. Are they gone? Maybe they're gone. I got too many sources here.
Gazpacho soup is here.
Yeah, they might be gone. That's okay. What's this? My dead boys are missing. But anyway, I did Digimon World 2 Nuzlocke like 5 years ago on base game. That shit was unbelievably unfun. And I like Digimon World 2. It was just, it was brutal. It's not even a hard challenge. It's just not fun. Saw someone release a park simulator today based on Mars attacks. That's kind of interesting. Digimon World Next Order would be the best one to try. I'm not playing Next Order. People have been trying to get me to play Next Order forever. I got nothing against it. I'm just not interested. It might be the most sauceless looking game I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was grown in a lab to be a game without art direction. It's not bad. It's not Monster Hunter 4. It's just, like, literally nothing. Okay, we got 4 weeks of life left. He's gonna be gone soon. He's gonna break soon. Gonna break soon. Gonna break soon. Digimon games, at least the ones I played, just so convoluted and overwhelming. It's just not knowing what's going on under the hood. Same thing with like Monster Hunter. Next Order is Vita Core. Have you seen like the graphical difference between what it looks like and what it looked like on Vita? Because the Vita port was like not done. They just were like, all right, fuck it. Like we got to put something out. So sorry I died. I'm in heaven now. Newest game does look a lot better with art direction. Everybody's been saying it looks sick, like visually. So that's obviously a boon. Bye, Flaria. I'm dying. I'm going to monkey heaven. I miss you so much. I gotta make I miss you so much a sound effect. Bye now. You're gone, Paul.
Bye, Daddy. I'm dying.
Okay, let's we can save over Fantugger, Stepmom. No, I don't care about this. I mean, does he have more personality than any of these guys? I would say no. I'm not worried about that. Yo, good to see you. Okay, so now we gotta make something new. Meow. I just need something with fast footwork. All the hairs have fast footwork. Not all the hairs said doot 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 doot, except that one. That's not even a rabbit. This guy's got dimples. I've been playing a ton of Monster Hunter 2 on PS1 today. Dad visited me recently and brought a bunch of my older brother's CD binders over because he moved out. It's like perfect more monsters for me. Hell yeah. Corn, Limp Bizkit, Eminem, ICP, older brother core. Hell yeah. It's like the Lagwagon album. That's like I think my older brother listens to Lagwagon. Is the name of the the album. Strawberry is the best for intelligence hair. I just need something with fast footwork. Kung Fu. All these guys got dimples. Show off is interesting too. Show off is the more times you attack, the higher your accuracy gets. And then if you miss 3 times in a row, the bonus is gone. Speed is just OP in Monster Hunter 3. It's OP in like every game. I'm just seeing if there's anything interesting that has fast footwork. Pheromones. None of them have illusion cape, eh? That's unfortunate. I kind of like Masala. Ever played Amazing Island? I think I know what that is, but no. It's like, that's the one that's like Magic Pendule coded, right? Where you can like make your own guys. Game made me kick my GameCube into a wall? It's not a ball, brother. It's not the Okama Game Sphere. The monster game is obsessively draw your monster and play mini games with them. Still worked. This shit's it's an actual brick. Like I heard Nintendo headquarters are built out of them. I can make a train. As a kid, I was deeply upset they removed combining. Yeah, and that makes sense. I remember as a kid being like, I don't really like why they did this either. But as an adult, you're like, it's fine. I can just play Weak vs. Magic. I can just play another game instead. If I want the combining. Play this game for the things it's good at. I still don't think anything's ever going to beat Taco Bell. We harp on it, but that's literally the best name I've ever come up with. Also, the thing that's not really noticeable looking at these, if you look at like one of the other suzerains, they got little bells in their hands, right? And they can shoot the little bells, like the little ringers. But what isn't obvious is that Senyorin's little ringers are actually maracas. And so when he throws it or whatever, it's got like the little handle on it. Suzerain cool. Cold limbs. Interesting. It's my boys. I'm a big Subancho fan. Macu is my favorite monster in this game, though. Look at this guy. Look how cute he is. That's my boy Sluggo. This one's certainly something. Groovy moves. They all got groovy moves. Oh yeah, this is where I drew the line at the racism. The other one's not in the it didn't actually transfer it over. Okay, so I'm not seeing a lot of things with fast footwork. You've lost your save file? How? It's just hairs and that one dragon. The mochi that's made out of sushi is kind of interesting. Sushi. He looks like he's got cellulite on his belly, but that's just rice. I have a request. When you can, you should watch the Monster Rancher in a Nutshell uploaded by Wrong Wrong. I've watched it. It's great. 10 out of 10 video. Wrong Wrong's a friend of the channel. They like comment on videos sometimes. And they hang out in Discord every now and then. She's not on Ozempic. It's fine. I didn't say anything. It's just it looks like it's cellulite. I didn't make a judgment call about cellulite. Him being named UP is so funny as a French Canadian. No one else gets that. It's okay. Alright. I guess we gotta make a hair. This guy gets high output? Does Golem even have any laser attacks? Can't find the memory card file. I mean, it's got to be somewhere, man. It's... Dolphy next Octopi. Dolphy's pretty cute, yeah. This Golem's so funny, man. It has Iron Heart though. Pack got a big update, rework ground and flora. That's interesting because both of those were like super turn your brain off and hope things work out kind of archetypes. Zoom in this game is like maybe my least favorite. Gopnik Zoom's kind of funny though. Yeah, alright, let's just grab Strawberry. It's my favorite monster type. My favorite is Poncho. And then Nighton, but Nighton's not in this game. I do love Nighton. Yeah. Huh? Bye, buddy. Good night. Bacon always comes to say good night. Grindhound digs holes in between rounds and can find items. The deeper the holes, they get stat buffs. That's kind of funny. Gives you extra units in pots. Oh, weird. Like the same way that like with grass you get berries. Megan's birthday video was super cute. Yeah. Alright, so what do we got for stats? 9 out of 9 speed, 6 intelligence, 4 life, 4 defense. He's got the Muha. Muha, Donkey Kong. Hey, yo. Everybody, let's go, let's go. Okay, so now we give it a heart. We got Dog Topic's heart is here. He's got fast footwork. Okay, so I need sharp eyes, but this is a pretty good heart. Mr. Splish has a million things, and they're like all mostly useless. And then we got Paul. Paul is also here. Monster I'm racing for the tournament? No. We're just getting a heart that has fast footwork and sharp eyes on it at the same time. Jidanda. Hit him with the Jidanda. Okay, so look at those stats. Not too bad. Furry. That's pretty funny. Aqua Orb. Can we win him with just Muha? Maybe. You get knocked on the round, they drop fertilizer, which allows you to grow the units, and then they jump in and fight during the round. Interesting. Okay, I forgot to check. Fast footwork, sharp ears, sharp eyes. And nearsighted. Okay, so the things we want are there. Realistically, now I can make a choice. I don't need to go intelligence. I can maybe pick a different hair instead. And not go intelligence. The intelligence boost is like fine. It's whatever. Over the course of another generation, it'll go away. But I gotta think about this. What do I want to raise? Has anyone done ducking for tournament? We might do a cooking. Oh yeah, that's right. There's Octopi I was interested in. That was like many moons ago though. We might go with the duck. Let me check out ducking stats or his techs. See if we can build a build. Octopi would be fun too. Hey, we got Vince. Where's my my webcam? Duckin'. Cookon is big power, big intelligence, huge defense. Interesting. Good guts regen. You can maybe go tank with him. At least it invest a little into defense wouldn't be too big of a deal. Really, really bad life, though. I wonder if going heavy into defense instead of life would work out. I don't know what the breakpoint is on defense as an actual defensive stat. Planning on trying a new upcoming Digimon game? Yeah, I might. They all have terrible life gains? Yeah. Except for Planicon. Duckin's so goofy, man. The burger duck might be the play. Still I need some speed. If we have the eyes, self bomb might be the play. Oh, that could be interesting. That could be a really fun build. How accurate it is? That's over many levels. Oh, it starts at -2. Starts at 54 force. Goes up to 62. This could be really funny. Not much aim involved in exploding, it's true. And then I needed something else to go with it. Ab Boomerang might be okay. It's pretty cheap. What gets boosted? Sharpness. Goes from 10% to 34% sharpness? Interesting. I might not do anything else because everything else he has is like really inaccurate. And also long range. And so it's going to take a penalty from nearsighted. And explain bombs very inaccurate hit rate? Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be really funny if we did that. Ab Boomerang and Self Bomb. So I need Roar Bit and Flare Orb. So Hair doesn't get Flare Orb. Interesting. Okay, Aurora Stone. Aurora Stone gives me something. I can try and win a Flare Orb and then just hold it for the next... Okay, so here's the strategy. I need to max out Muha because Aurora Bit is the same as this one I want here. So it will inherit the levels of the tech if it has the same one. So I can get the Aurora Bit attack, inherit the levels, and then I don't have to worry about leveling it up at all, and then get self-bomb and only worry about that. I think that's the play. And then what guy were we thinking? He's got the fastest guts rate, so I think that's it. Short lifespan, though. So raising the life is going to be an issue, but if we can get a monster with max life, we can work on that on the hair right now. Do your offensive stats impact your defenses in this game like in 2? Yes. Does it inherit all the levels? Yeah. If you already have the same tech, it doesn't learn a new tech. It just inherits the levels. Hey, Julian, how you doing? Okay, I think that's the plan. We get an exploding Borger Man. This is gonna be a fun build. I'm excited now. I was like, I don't know what to do. I was kind of wishy-washy on it, and now I'm like, this shit like is sick. Okay. Renewed in my purpose. Doubling up my efforts. We need to max out speed, intelligence, life. Defense, I don't need to worry about raising at all on this guy, because we can always put points in on the other one. Just gave a single level? No. You get all the levels. It's sick. Burger in sight. So we gotta boost the Muha. It's going to be a little bit of rough going. I have to just hope that I can, like, outspeed everybody. Because I'm not going to be able to do, like, any damage. Quick question off topic. Does anyone know if you can get one of each eggplant and golden peach monster rancher one, or just one of them with the same monster? You can get one of each with each monster. In Monster Rancher 1, you can feed an unlimited number of peaches and plant eggs to any given monster, but that monster itself can only find one on Expedition. I mean, we can do this. We'll just clear the Festa right now. Get some sense. Mwah. He's shaking. What happens during a ring out? Monster dies forever. We hit him with the Jabanian. I already forgot what it's called. Alright. That should give me 2 cents. 3 cents. It's 3 cents for a KO. That's sick. But 0 when they give up is unfortunate. Curious if Moa's status proc gets more powerful with levels. Well, I'll let you know. We'll test it. It's Monster Rancher like you ever played Digimon World 1? That's literally the whole series. I mean, yeah, in the same way that like Harry Potter and like Lord of the Rings are the same story. Because they both have wizards in them. So if I take a look right now, Shaken has a 30% chance. And we'll see if it goes up. Dig. I don't know any of the other words. I just know the world's sickest scream video. Dude, that shit always gets me. That's like... That's a classic of the internet. The Mudvayne, world's sickest scream. Alright, enough digging. We are fast footworking our way through. Not Paul's pretty good. We only got 8 cents. As expected. What are we feeding you? Nuts? You're gonna love my nuts. I can't go super late tonight on the stream. I have to be up super early tomorrow morning, but we'll go till midnight as per usual. Are we light learning yet? We're not yet. We can pretty much play through this without having any re-rolls. I'm just going to save state occasionally. I mean, missing a lot of stuff. I do have the original memory card file with just my Zan on it from when you held your tourney. Oh, crazy. Yeah, I wonder what happened. Hey, Project L, how you doing? Yeah, we do not have much in terms of sense right now. Looks like it's 160 a level. So we're definitely not going to level up today. We got to do some more tournaments, get some more sense. 35 is a good roll. Is this it? Okay. I didn't able to deep dive into games code has been interesting. After I got done redoing all 3 of my mods, I'm a little burnt out for 3. Why would you even redo them? Why wouldn't you just make new stuff and be like, alright. That seems like so much work. Flare bit. I already have one. You want to get intuitive on all 3 of them? Nah, that's not worth it, man. Oh, that Gaitan is in Power World? Yeah, it's straight up the exact same guy. Okay, so still failing every heavy drill. It's fine. Abducted my boy Gaitan, I know. And there we go. Well, too late, I guess. I'm very happy with how they turned out. Well, that's sick. At least you're happy with it. It does seem like a lot of work, though. Okay, let's get some KOs. Oh, alright. Good job. Good start. I don't think we're getting KOs. Maybe one more. Maybe enough? Oh, fuck. Just barely not enough. Well, would have been cool to get 3 cents off of that, but... Get 2 cents for a win, 3 cents for a KO. You need cents to level up your techs more efficiently. Good crit, good withering. Not too bad. We do be withering. No. Yeah, like I don't even really know how to like affect personalities and stuff. I know it's like through food, but I haven't like put any time or effort into like figuring out how it goes together. All right. Through foolery? I don't think so, brother. I think that was a glitch. I think that's beat, and Gel has high beat defense. Okay, can I stop doing foolery? There we go. It's food in the menus where you can tell a monster something, yeah. Gel's top tier when it comes to freak dodges. I mean, guts correction is a thing in this game. We just don't know how much of a difference it makes. Can you hit me with the Minenta? No, you're not gonna do anything? Alright, Narmith. Good crit. 8% chance to crit, so I'll take it. You can try Power Pixie. The one project I made was pretty good. Alright, I'll take my 3. We did it. I got 2 intelligence. Yay. Give him the nuts. We're light learning. You're withering crits too, yeah. Okay, I should level up next Noisy Hall, so I'll let you know, Lexi, if I see any changes here. Give me the grape. Most of the Dawkins attacks look like complete ass. Yeah, I'm raising one anyway, though. I'm far past the point of, like, building stuff because it's strong. That's like 6 years ago. You know you were? No, I honestly think the build is going to be pretty good. If not funny. Yeah, I've won enough tournaments. I don't care about winning anymore. It's fine. He only asks since I found out the point. What's the point of leveling one? It zooms basic text a while back, and we have no documentation on its secondary effects and moves. Oh. Because, like, the numbers themselves weren't going up, so you're like, maybe it's the status. In a burger to bomb is built in a bomb factory. It's actually built in a burger factory. It does go up. It went up 2%. So there you go. Went from 30 to 32. Big news. You heard it here first. More importantly, they gave Cook 10 sensitivity as opposed to every other ducking, which has 65 to 90. Is sensitivity how you get intuitive? Realistically, I would probably want careful on the ducking. I wouldn't... Intuitives I'm not interested in. Careful is definitely the play. So the idea for the duckin build is we get the explosion with nearsighted and sharp eyes. And then careful. Careful is you get extra accuracy over 50 guts. So if you're using a 60 cost tech, I mean, seems pretty good. Nearsighted Golem is fun? Oh, for sure. Golem's busted. Yeah, Golem's definitely, like, top tier in this game. Only real problem is how strong Withering is. Rock Slide, 1,000 tons is also, like, busted. I don't know if we need to advance to the next rank yet. I think we can, though. Zon always feels good in every game. Yeah, it's like min-max stat gains and then good tech values on top of that. It's very like Naga-esque in that sense. Alright, rush more. Why don't you rush less? Let me hit you. I notice it's not saying nearsighted. Is like nearsighted not triggering like at all? Or does it only show one? And because Sharp Eyes is also triggering, it's just like whatever. Cyclone Punch. I think they should both show up. I don't know. That's above my pay grade. Turkey. It's turkey time. Bah. I will say I'm not a big fan of how Duckin in general looks in this game. Like, I don't like a lot of his subbreeds. Outside of just like, oh, it's like kind of cute. But I really like purebred Duckin. Gets actual in-text in this game? I mean, sort of. It's kind of just a callback to Monster Rancher 1 where he screamed a lot. And then in 2, they're like, let's make farting his thing. And then in 3, they're like, let's go back to screaming. In Monster Rancher 1, gas is like one of his special techs. I really don't like Monster Rancher 3 and Onward hair. I don't know why they made him look like this. Alright, you can fuck off. Good withering. 45? Love that. I just withered like 73 guts. And another 30? You don't get to attack, man. I'm sorry. Holy. Hate the pose it does. It's so boring. Yeah. Palmy. Had personality out in the field. It's big old belly. Yeah, they like really changed the vibe of hair in 3. I don't know why. Like In 4, you can make an argument that Garu kind of replaced Hare's archetype, but Garu's almost closer to like a Hopper than Hare ever was. And I mean, this game came out before, so it's not even like you can really use that. Also, I'm hitting a lot of crits for 8%. Got like Toonie? Yeah. Yeah, Bugs Bunny ass. But he was already like a cute cartoony guy. He didn't need to be changed. Also, Momo being like extremely powerful in this game is also very funny to me. And like, I love Momo, so a lot of my favorite monsters are really good in this. Poncho, probably not. Poncho kind of a good anti-tank, but struggles to do much else. Love how he looks in Monster Farm Line. Hare? Yeah, Hare looks good in Monster Farm Line for sure. They didn't really take many of the design choices from Post 2 in Line. Hare looks like 2. Plant is the 3 leaves as opposed to the 1. Momo and Mogi were really good in the A games too. Momo is like really kind of rough early game. The upside is that you can get Dunk fairly quickly. Like a lot of them start with Dunk, and Dunk is like a C-Force tech. Power level of 3 seems fairly consistent. I think that's just because we haven't played enough tournaments. I have a feeling stuff is like really broken. We're just not there yet. You want to rest? No. See, you can do it. Some of the 3D models in Line are jank. Honestly, I'm a big Tiger hater in Line. I don't know why they made him look so pointy. I think it looks like legitimately fucked up. To the point of like being like really, really stupid. But I do like his key art. Dragon's the same way. I don't really like Dragon's model at all, but I think his key art is really cool. Super close to making our own full models in Monster Hunter 2. Mine's really close to cracking the animation format. Hell yeah. Tiger's one of the worst? Okay, so it's not just me. Yeah, it looks awful. I don't know why it looks like that. It doesn't even really look like the key art. One of the things you hate about this game, calls your skinny monster emaciated. That shit makes me feel so bad. That's pretty funny. What are we at? Normal. Likes playing. They had Kato, Hopper, and Baku. They were on the list, right? Aurora Stone's the only other thing we need to get for him, and then we can go get a Flare Orb afterwards. I'll start getting the ducking ready. This is a pretty expensive skill to level up, but getting more status is pretty good. Starting next sense level. So at C, I should be able to get a new level every single time. Yeah, so we're up to 34% shaken. 2% boost per level is pretty good. Found a large egg. Can I interest you in a large egg in this trying time? What is, here. Muha has 7 levels. And so Withering goes up as well. So 7 levels. That's an additional 12%. So 42% from 30% if it's 2% every time. That's pretty good. So something I've been thinking about, if they didn't full line Monster Rancher game, how do you think they would handle monster generation? Would they just like do song library? Probably. Or keywords like they did in UKMR. Nice. He's going. I think Ghost Me is one of my favorite new combos from mine. The like spooky cat. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, I want to enter the next tournament. Not that one. It's better when you can find out it's called Cheshire. Cheshire is a pretty good name. We'll do this to the Harvest Festa Memorial. I'm gonna stop my sense from going down too much. Next week. Not Paul is healthy. Isn't this the Gane? No, it's Monster Rancher. Dave's not here, man. Is it the game that tries to make you feel bad for making competitive builds? No, that's 4. This is a different game. What dude's name is just Full Remote? That's a good name. That's too many letters though. How come I don't get that many letters? Wait a minute. Does rename like, give me more letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I did change it, but I think this is like locked in here. I don't think it changes yet. Round open Muha. Get Muhad. Get him again. He's trying to Muninta. You can't Muninta. This is a Muha meta. Get Muhad, bro. Monster Hunter 4 tries to make you feel bad about the no rest method, but incentivizes you to put your monsters in all sorts of fucked up contraptions. Yeah. Alright, full remote. Just big speed. I've seen your kind before. Why'd they do so much damage? That shit cost 9 guts. Why did it do that big of a chunk? Enjoy getting withered. It's probably my lack of power. We dodged. We're in there. Uno más? Fuck you, dude. Is that my first KO? No. Also, I reset because I thought it was elimination. I didn't realize it was round robin. I wouldn't have. I would have just taken the loss. Muha. Okay. So we're at like 6 misses in a row now. Yeah, it's not saying nearsighted at all. So like, I'm curious if it's working at all. I don't know why Monster Hunter Pokemon tried to make people not think of them as competitive games for a while when both games are about cockfighting. I don't think Pokemon really worried about that at all. I think people just kind of read too deeply into what Karen was saying. Where they're like, people should try to win with their favorites, which is cool, and like also what most people try to do. It doesn't pop up normally. It was popping up for me on the Suezo. Can I land a attack? Whatever, let's try the Jindanda. The Jibanyan. There we go. Big withering. You're done. Again. There we go. Complain enough. Squeaky wheel gets some grease. It's mostly for how hostile games have always been towards people trying to build competitive teams legitimately. I don't think hostile is the right word. They've put tons of new things into each new generation to make building competitive easier and easier. And this is not even like a you gotta hand it to them situation, because I don't think Pokemon companies, like 90% of their choices are like in anyone's best interest, including their own. Can I dodge? What the fuck is happening here? But to say they're actively hostile when they're literally going out of their way to make things easier every time is kind of funny. Possibly mixing up a Nintendo being hostile during early Smash. They're hostile during Smash now. You need to get a license now. They like will just shut down your stream if you haven't like gone through the proper channels to get a license. Yeah, custom IV mostly 0. I mean, that's always been an issue, but it's also not what you need for every build. The problem is you only need that for some builds. Cannot see my ass resetting for 6 IV legendaries. Yeah. DLC is actually a good thing because back then you buy 2 to 3 full games, a second console, and a link cable. Yeah, now you got to do all that, but also you got to pay for additional shit like a couple of months in. Instead of a link cable, you just got to pay for NSO. DLC mods are hostile. Yeah, I think that's not what you said, though. What you had said was that they had made raising for competitive hostile, and I don't think that's true. I think they make playing the games competitively hostile, but the raising aspect is easier than it's ever been. Is the floor by last 2 Kings heavyweight winners? I mean that in context, it's so trivial now. Oh yeah, for sure. I get what you're saying. Tiger Spike. Tiger Spike. Tiger. Tiger. Can I get the fuck out? Here. Go away. Let me Muha. This is Muha country. And it's a big country, brother. They're holding elections for the mayor of Muha City, and I'm the front runner. Tank Pixie and Tank Woim. Tank Woim's pretty good. 30 cents? Not too bad. 33 cents. 66 more and I can get myself a chocolate bar. Song and how do I get it? This is, we're listening to the Yoshi's Woolly World soundtrack. This is Fort Course. Yoshi's Woolly World is such a sick game. Like, decently fun, but like really, really carried by art direction and sound. Like, presentation is like an 11 out of 10. Gameplay is probably like a 6.5. But together, that makes for a fun experience. I'm gonna quote the guy who tries to build actual winning VGC teams legitimately. Yeah, the one guy who does that. I love Woolly World 3DS version. You make custom Yoshis. Really? That's pretty cool. I didn't even know there was a 3DS port for it. Did I get a Jade Cocoon as a kid? I see you play Monster Tamer and Beard games, so I wonder if you tried both games. Yeah, very like briefly. And I played it on the understanding that it was like Monster Rancher, and it's like not like Monster Rancher at all. It's just that you can combine stuff, which is cool. It's an interesting game. I feel like the combat's pretty lacking though. I could never play VGC. It sounds like, even with all of the boosts they're given to players, like, it just, I'm not willing to make a team. The battling is fun. The raising is not. Has Monster Rancher 3 compared to 2? Easier. It's a lot of fun, though. Very good game. Singles or bust? I am more of a singles guy. When Gen 9 came out, I tried to play a little bit of VGC with Macho, and it was like very obvious that I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, even after like decades of like playing Pokemon at like a high level. In VGC, I was just like completely lost. I'm like, how come nothing works? How come none of my fucking strategies work? I was getting my ass beat. And I was like, that's fun. I'm probably not willing to put any more effort into it, though. A thing that, like, I didn't even know was a thing until, I want to say, like, late Gen 7, was that people just, like, copy other builds. For me, like, since I was 10 years old, I just, like, put together my own teams. And every now and then I'd see something that was good and be like, oh, I'll steal some of that. But I remember doing a draft with this one guy who used to be a PokeTuber. And, like, that was his thing, and then I knew him through Smash. And he joined our draft league, and he just straight up, like, looked up, like, what a good draft team would be given the rules we had, and then tried to get all of those mons. And then he got fucking obliterated. Like, I think he went, like... We did, like, a best-of-3 format, where it was, like, once a week you would fight, and you would bring 6 plus a 1 spare. You have a team of 10, and you'd bring 6 plus 1. And then on a loss, you could make a substitution. And so it was best 2 out of 3. It was a fun format. I really liked it. But I think he went 0-2 3 weeks in a row. And then he was like... He was inconsolable. Like, just on Twitter, like, I can't believe I wasted my life on this. Like, just, like, doom posting about how, like... He couldn't believe how awful he was at the game. And it was just like, dude, it's not that serious. But I think he went in with like, oh, I'm a PokeTuber, I'm going to rock all these guys. And I was like... I think I had been playing Pokemon longer at like a high competitive level than like a lot of people had. And I was maybe like the 3rd or 4th like seeded person in the tournament. Like, a couple of my friends had gone to like nationals for VGC and got like top 8 at nationals, and we weren't playing VGC, we were playing singles. And I had like thousands and thousands of hours of like high ladder singles experience, and it was just really funny to have him just come in and still expect to be the best. And it's like, it's one thing to like get humbled, but it's another thing to be like, I can't believe I'm losing to these people, when it's like, dude, you were making videos. I was studying the blade. Isn't draft meta eventually devolves in defense, invested choice, scarf, counter pick? No. In short, no. You can put a lot of rules in place to stop it from just being all top tiers. Because, like, the way that a regular draft works is you would have 3 mons from overused, 3 mons from underused, 3 mons from everything else. And that shit's boring to me. So when we did it, there's 2 mons from overused, 2 mons from underused, 2 mons from rarely used, 2 mons from NU, and then 2 mons from whatever. So you only really had like 2 killers on your team, and then the rest of your team had to complement it. So in like the last draft I did, Delmise was like a huge killer for me. Triple stab, 130 base attack, like he was doing work. He might have been NU, but he was doing fucking work for me. I got a lot of sweeps with him. Trick room into whatever, like choice band power whip or whatever. They were getting their ass beat. Like, I'm sorry your Landorus couldn't handle it. It's fun. It's fun to do things that way. Saw a plush of the Apescape monkey and thought, does that count as MR merch? Maybe. If you're desperate. Copy pasting builds only go so far as you understand the meta. And I can get like, copy pasting like a ladder team just to be like, okay, I want to learn like what's going on. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's especially if you like don't know what you should be building. If I was to get back into Gen 9 right now, I would probably just copy a build and then be like, okay, this is what works and why, and then go off of that. And then, you know, make substitutions with stuff that I thought was more fun or whatever. But it straight up did not occur to me that that was a thing that people did. There was, like, known builds ever since I was, like, playing in Gen 1 when I was, like, 10 years old, going to tournaments as, like, a child. It was just, like, there's, like, known stuff that's strong. But because I had been part of, like... I never came into the game late. So it wasn't like, okay, here's an established meta, here's the stuff that's good. Because I had never, like, come into it like that, it was always, like, I was part of the discovery process. I was learning stuff when everyone else was learning stuff. And so there was no just, like, let's just copy the thing that's best, because we were all figuring out what's best at the same time. And then in Gen 2, the same thing. And then I took a huge, huge break, and then when I started playing in Gen 5, before it had even released in English, same kind of thing. I was learning when everyone else was learning. I had Reuniclus. I had triple status Reuniclus. I remember making a Calm Mind, Barrier, Recover, Hidden Power, Fire Reuniclus. That was like one of the very first builds I made in Gen 5 before we even had English names. And when we were dealing with Doryuzus and Ulgamoths and all of that. And he did pretty well, because, you know, Doryuzu was everywhere. Plethiora is a pretty funny name. What kind of Pokemon do you hope they add in Gen 10? Like an animal archetype they haven't touched yet? What's Poncho? I actually, you know what? I would like to see... Before Gen 9, I would have said more pigs. I think pigs can be funny, but I'm not a big fan of Oinkologne. And Lechonk are just like whatever. I think they tried too hard to push Lechonk, and I was like, alright, quit trying to make Lechonk happen. It's not going to happen. Cloyster's a weird Poncho? That's a good point. Banran Kurusu, yeah. He's too good. You let him set up 9 turns in a row, and you had no phaser. Is this seriously a hair build where you just yell at your opponent until they die? So far, yeah. Full remote's back. In Pog form. That's when I started playing Gen 4 when my friend copy-pasted the sweep build for all his teams. We didn't know what we were doing, so he blasted us. He looked up Weezing who has haze. Yeah. The very first draft we did, one of my friends, who's like, you know, Pokemon fan, but like doesn't play a lot of competitive, or like played like a very, very small amount and like understood the concept of like sweepers and whatever. I remember his team was like Cloyster, Nidoking, I forget what else, but it was like 5 of the 10 Mons on his team were just sweepers. I had like a Moongus, a Lomomola core or something. I just remember him like setting up and then getting hazed, or setting up and then just getting toxic, then protect stalling and regenerator stalling. He's like, fuck, I hate this game now, man. I remember him setting up Skill Link with was it Shell Smash Skill Link with Cloyster? And then just getting phased turn 1 with Dragon Tail or something. And he's just like, I don't want to play this anymore. And that was like our very first match of the entire league. He was like, I didn't realize things could be like this. Close one? That was pretty good. Yeah. Can't think of any animal they haven't used in some way or another. I like the weird shit though. Like, I really like Revavroom. I think that was a real cool mon. Okay, I couldn't dodge a damn thing. What was Baltic's stats? Why could I not hit anything? Hanger's too strong? Does seem like that. Waiting for them to add a Suezo Pokemon? Do they have a Beholder of any kind in Pokemon? Not really, eh? You hate beholders? I mean, that's what Suezo is. They are pretty fucked though, yeah. The beholder in Baldur's Gate was really funny because I didn't experience it until like way later in the game while I was backtracking. And so, these fucking builds, man. Yeah, this is still Yoshi's Woolly World. And it was just, it was really funny because I was imagining encountering it when I was supposed to, and I would have been like, oh no, this would have been terrible. But I just like, it kind of beat its ass. No stress. Uraga. Did I unstone all the drow? I don't remember. Baldur's 3 was like the first time in a long time I remember trying to do as many side quests in a game as I could. But also I like wasn't too stressed out about missing stuff. Like I didn't save them from the mine. I didn't realize that you had one day to do it, and so I slept, and then everybody died in the mine, and I was like, alright, whatever. We go next. I was trying to play with some friends a little while ago, and they were just like, no, we have to hit we gotta do every side quest, we gotta do this and that, and I was like, dude, it's been like 8 hours, and we're in the druid encampment. Like, I'm gonna go watch some paint dry. I've seen people like complain about stuff like that, and it's like, oh, I shouldn't be locked out of stuff. Like, how was I supposed to know? And it's like, you're not. That's the point of it. That's why it's fun. It's cool to like have stuff happen, and you'd be like, oh shit. Well, all right. I guess it's the way of the world. Had God mode on, it still took me 130 hours. Really? I think it took me... Here, let's check it out right now. I've got maybe like 40-something hours in other playthroughs. My main one probably took me like 200. I was playing on Tactician the whole time, though. There's no 100% anyone run. Well, yeah, because some things are literally at odds with other things. Like, you pick A or B. You can't do both. Where's Baldur's Gate? I have 200 hours, so maybe about 150 in my main one. Great job, not Paul. We're gonna get the stone, the Aurora Stone, and then we'll have an attack that does minimally more damage than what we have right now. So this is a free-for-all, so the level of the opponents is going to change a little bit as we go further in. Muhan has like what? 9 force? Up into attacks at least in a different slot. I don't know where it is. It's fine, though. Doesn't really matter. It just gives us something else to do. Plant covering its little plant ears to not get yelled at. Alright, well, no win here. Or no KO, rather. A little bit of sense. We can break 50 cents in this tournament, which would help leveling up by quite a bit. So 1 by Soroga, here we go. Raise a power plant at some point, but literally has the worst power gains of any monster. Yeah, that's usual, though. 9 damage. That's pretty crazy. That's his only intelligence tech in this game. In advance, they gave him a couple of extra ones. Drifting is an intelligence tech in advance, which is a good pickup. It's a good add. Man, shaken. Uno más. Oh, and the big crit. Just to show him what's what. Plant's got some really cool power attacks in this game. Its biggest attacks, its biggest nukes are power attacks. Gorotsuki. Second slowest guts rate in the entire game. Losing 30 guts as Color Pandora is really bad. Hair has bad guts regen, and like you can see how much faster I'm recovering. Yeah, you're done, kid. I'm sorry. So many charming monsters I want to raise for competitive. Yeah, there's a lot of sick monsters in 3. And then there's hair. If both of those had hit, I could have gotten a KO. I would need this to hit as well. And it didn't. Alright, we're fine then. Is on my goat? Zon's sick. I like hair. I don't like this hair. I don't like Monster Rancher 3 hair. Yeah, hair in 2 is peak. But you like Monster Rancher 3 more than 2? That's fair too. Okay, so we're getting a new tech. We're not going to level it up at all. We don't care about that. Nice. Let me talk to the Bellsprout. Hello, I am the mole. I am Mole Man. Good Mole Man to you. Womp. Cool. So we got a new attack. It's also just withering. I think it's even less damage. Is he supposed to be? I don't think he's supposed to be anything. Okay, so we're at level 4. We're almost at level 5. There's only 7 levels, so we're definitely going to max this out before time runs out. Wild monster. I got Hawaiian. Not 2 in a row. They call me one hot Hawaiian Joe, because I only ever get Hawaiian once. Boo! Okay, that did an okay amount of damage. Okay, it did less damage. Did a lot of withering, but... It did a lot of withering, but it did less damage. Surprise has 11 force. Okay, so it does technically have more. 50% hit chance. 50% shaken, eh? So both of them shake. Shake, shake. Very similar attacks. Is he supposed to be? That's a Mew. I think my next raise will be Mochi since it seems better than 2. Yeah. I think I want to raise the frog Mew at some point. Just because it's cute. Or the piggy. We were talking about piggies earlier. Oh yeah, that KO gave me extra sense, which is sick. Do the official to move up. Your sense, sense is a stat your monster just has. And what it determines is how much stat gains you get from going on the noisy hall, which is like to level up your techs. So here it says I have C sense right now. I have 51 out of 99 cents. Once I hit 60, or is it 70? $70 is B and 90 is A, I believe. 80 might be A. Attack the Muse tournament? I'd try something different. I'm not interested in just, you know, doing the thing that I know works. I'm trying to find new stuff that works. I mean, just making sure I don't fit in, you know? But I think Cat Fool is, like, it's obviously broken. It'd be cool to try something new. Power Mew has a lot of really interesting options. Okay, 2 misses? Mara. Moose Maverick. I need a Mew build in Monster Hunter 3 named after me too. Though I don't think I'm gonna be able to build anything more powerful than the Bogo's Binted build. Musei-Jin just has too many like insane combinations of traits that it can learn. Sharp eyes plus high output. Just like it's insane. That's me. We haven't seen that one in a while. Why did I do that? Was that for the... That was for the front page stream where we were playing Pocket, I think. God, that was already like a year ago almost. Or in the winter. Yeah, I guess that's almost a year. Playing with the boys. I think that I can't hear the sound effect when it comes up, so I'm pretty sure that's what I went with. I chose the gayest song from Top Gun. And it's not like there's a lack of them. It's a very homoerotic movie. It's great. I love Top Gun. Sometimes you gotta be playing with the boys. It's true. This dude's name is Blacko. The long lost Warner brother. Oh my god, they don't talk about him. Second only to Nightmare on Elm Street 2 in like homoeroticism. You haven't seen like a David Dakota film. That name is like Umbreon's Japanese name. There's actually a Mogi in this game that has the same name as Umbreon does in Japanese. And as a joke, I don't have him unlocked because I don't want the phrase showing up on stream. I think this hair variant's what you beat the game with. Final boss was sort of a pain. Really? I mean, I guess if you're not building intelligence, it might be kind of tough. But you can wither out Ragnarok's like really easily. Just make sure he never gets to attack. Surprised his hair just jump cutting. He's got, he's in his own dimension. I want to be in the hair dimension. Also, I guess I should probably just like explain what I was talking about because, you know, I don't expect many people in here to be like movie buffs, and I'm definitely not a movie buff. But David Dakota is he's a I guess he's also a like a financer and whatever, but like he's a director. Producer is the word I was looking for. I was thinking the guy who puts the money in. But he has this like theme in all of his movies. I think he like made a couple of like, I don't want to say legitimately good, but like movies that like people would have known existed like way back when. But once he started making all of his own stuff, every movie is just like for no reason. There will just be like a bunch of guys who are like obviously models and or maybe like porn actors or whatever, and they'll just like take their like shirts off and then continue the scene with like no shirts on, and they're just like completely ripped and like oiled up, and it has nothing to do with the movie, but it's like a very, very like barely disguised fetish. Like he loves what he's doing. That man never works a day in his life. That's just real life? I mean, maybe. For some people, for sure. The most fucked up thing, though, is that his name is pronounced Dakota, but it's spelled Dakota.
I want to play video games.
Like that. I just typed it into chat. But he pronounces it Dakota. That's some Brett Favre level shit. Like, Brett Favre. Never would have guessed that? No, because it doesn't sound like that. Anyway, it's very funny. He's like he's like a Wes Anderson of homoeroticism. He has like the most defined style in the genre. Failure? I still have 138 weeks lifespan left. Trump's nightmare for sure. Just look up, like, the cover of some of his movies. Like, nothing is, like, explicit. Nothing is, like, not safe for work. But you should, like, look up some of the cover art for David Dakota movies. They are very funny and very obvious, like, I know what I'm getting. If I was at the Blockbuster and I rented this, I know what I'm getting. The one you put there was definitely not safe for work. I mean, that's also not a real thing. Wait, it is a real thing? Okay, that might be an actual gay porn. Yeah, I think you found an actual gay porn. That's so funny, man. That's in your history now? Did you see the thing where the FBI was like interrogating this person because they had pictures of the Charlie Kirk shooter, but they didn't actually have pictures of the Charlie Kirk shooter. They were just talking to a friend in a Discord call or in the like text chat in a Discord server where they had found the same shirt the guy was allegedly wearing. Like they found the shirt online. And it was just like a person in that wearing that shirt as like a model or whatever. And they were just joking about the shirt. But they got interrogated. And then they're like, hold on, how did you know I was talking to my friend about this guy? And then they're just like, don't worry about it. Like, and so it turns out your Discord private messages are like absolutely being read by the government. It's they're reading your shit. It's one of those things where it's like, well, yeah, obviously you didn't think they didn't know what you were talking about, right? But it's like, it's another thing to like have actual proof of them like accidentally showing their ass on that, you know? Or maybe not accidentally, maybe as a show of force or whatever. But it's one of those things where it's like, the NSA is listening to your phone conversations. And it's like, bitch, maybe, but like, there's a big difference between like, yeah, they have the potential to do this, and like, yeah, no, they actually have like a guy assigned to you specifically. Like, it's very different vibes. But yeah, careful if you're in the States and you're on Discord, because they will be reading that shit. I'm sure they have some low quality AI thing scanning for certain key phrases that gets you put on a list or whatever. Spying on all the Discord kittens? That's gotta be fucked up, man. You're certainly gonna see some stuff in those private Discord servers that you weren't meant to see. Dude, my friends, oh, I almost memory hold this thing that happened to me like a week ago. I've had like 2 streams since this has happened, and I haven't talked about it. And my brain just remembered that it happened, and now I'm upset again. My friend has a Discord, and like it's pretty degen. Like, I don't spend a lot of time on it. A lot of the people on it are like super online. My friend is really cool guy, to the point where I'm like, why do you deal with this? Like, this shit is fucking crazy. Like when you think of 4chan, like stereotypically, and like the people who are on there, like that's what this server is for the most part. But I don't know how I got pinged or whatever, but this person who was like had been like banned before, or they had like lost image posting pictures because they just like posted like pics of them like straight up having sex or whatever in the Discord. And it's like, all right, well, that's weird. But then they got their privileges reinstated, and they posted what looked like meat and veggies being ready to be put in a stew. And then it turns out the meat was a squirrel that they had hunted. And by hunted, I mean they probably just, like, hit it over the head with a rock or something when it was in their yard. And just, like, yeah, the squirrel's pretty good. Like, you know, the bones are... There's a lot of bones you got to deal with. And just, like, a lot of, like, step-by-step on the prep for it. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, I'm so happy. And I think about, like, how I'm on the internet too much, like, a lot. I think about being too online more than I'm online, probably. Like, I try to make a concerted effort to not, like, doom scroll anymore, like, avoid it as much as possible. It's been kind of hard the last couple of days for some reason. Who's to say? But, like, I'm not super into that, and like ever since I left Twitter, my mental has been like so much better, and it like really like hit home for me that like, oh, like it does make a difference, right? And then I see stuff like that, and it's like, brother, I am levels above this. I'm worried for no reason. At my worst, I wasn't posting squirrel gore and being like, yeah, it's pretty good. Look at the Epinco. That's Connie. It's Connie's Super Nuisance phone. I'm getting my ass beat by Con Jr. I can't hit a damn attack. Okay. Actually, a little ridiculous at this point. Can I dodge a single attack, bro? What is happening? I'm not gonna be able to do enough damage. Crit. It wasn't enough. Oh, I dodged one at the end. People got weird about Connie in the King of the Hill reboot? Yeah, because people aren't normal. I think her character was fine. Totally normal young woman, young adult. I didn't even think of anything of it. Now that you've said that, I'm like, I'm glad I haven't read any of the fucking discourse on the new King of the Hill, because I thought it was really good. And that's as much as I'm willing to, like, think about it. I think the satire show is going for is very on point for someone like Connie's character. Yeah, 100%. I think all the characters were... I will say, I think out of all of the characters, I think Dale was the weakest. And I think it might have just been because Johnny Hardwick was, like, you know, not doing super good at the time. Like, he had health problems, and it just, like, you know... I don't know if I was able to think of it in terms of just, like, this is a character on a TV show. The whole time, I was kind of like, he sounds sick. Like, and... That's really unfortunate, and it's not fair to the actor. But I think that was like the one part where it was like it felt like a caricature of its old self, like a Flanderization. The guy who voiced Khan had to take over for 2 or 3 episodes. I didn't even know that. You know what happens when you finish Netflix? I think you get a thing called a wellness check. Yeah, Bill was great. Stephen Root's still killing it, man. Want another episode of Khan? Yeah, Khan was underutilized. Also, I know it has to... Like, it makes sense for the narrative, so it's not a gripe I have. But I feel like... there's enough successful people in the show at this point. Like, enough people are doing well that they don't need to just take shit from the Wasana songs, right? Like, it's not... I get it. It's funnier when people just have to, like, kowtow. But it's like, why are you, like, bootlicking for these, like, fucking freaks? Like, you can just, like, tell them to fuck off. I actually hear Toby Huss do retakes in some episodes. Really? What do you mean retakes? Khan had an entire episode about realizing he doesn't need Ted's approval. Yeah, it's... I mean, it's not like a perfect show, but I felt like it was funny enough, and the stories themselves were good. I enjoyed it. Connie went from extremely pushy kid who had next to no freedom growing up, not even hobby-wise, to having all the freedom I've seen, and she's exactly how I expected, low-key. I think that's exactly it. I don't know how you can, like... Well, I know how you can criticize it, because people are not normal about women and sexuality, especially, like, casual sexuality, but it's a part of life, and, you know, there's nothing weird about it, and it makes perfect sense given her character. I think you're exactly right. I don't know. I can't imagine being mad about that. I have bills to pay. I have things happening in my life that I need to, like, worry about. Bobby's character is great. I'm really happy with what they did with Bobby. Folks get healing, talk about their thing. Was it people talking about, like, polyamory, being mad about it, about how it was displayed or whatever? Because, like, I couldn't give less of a shit about that. Like, I don't know. Like, are they mad? Oh, I'm gonna make enemies here. Never mind. I was gonna say, are they mad because she wasn't, like, really annoying about it and only a little bit annoying about it, and that's, like, the least accurate part of the whole thing? I'm at 73 cents. I should get pretty close. Yeah, I can definitely max it out here. Bobby and Hank switched their roles in the show. And it kind of makes sense because, you know, Bobby is now an adult who has to work for a living and, like, deeply cares about the work he does. And Hank is, like, kind of done and doesn't know what to do with his life anymore. It's a pretty interesting dynamic. They went to go work for Aramco. I like how Aramco is, like, the actual company. Like, did Aramco, like, sponsor it? They went to go work in Saudi Arabia for, like, 10 years and made, like, $400 billion, and now they're just chilling. Also, Peggy just mispronouncing Saudi Arabia every time is really good, too. I think Peggy's character was great. What they did with her in the new season. Makes sense for Peggy, 100%. Okay, Muha is maxed out. 42 Shaken. So Shaken goes up 2% per level up to 42%. Been part of those folks in certain circles numerous times, that they gave it the general once over with their behavior. Shinzen how Willow quickly dismissed it, so those groups do get feisty when they aren't, like, fully represented or misrepresented. That's literally what the writing is trying to do. Also, like, with all due respect, that is literally how 90% of people, like, view the thing you're doing. Right? Like, it's an honest reaction. You're mad about an honest reaction. Like, you're mad because that's how someone would have reacted to you in real life, and it pisses you off. That's how it's written. Exactly. And it was necessary for... It was, like, a super important moment for Bobby to not, like, defend her. To, like, have someone else who's, like... This is not this doesn't work for me, right? Bobby needed someone else to like independently back him up and like come to the same conclusion that he did, which is like he likes Connie, but like it's not gonna work, and it's like ludicrous to him to like assume, or like it's ludicrous to him to like think that like he can be that way, right? So to have Willow just like dismiss it up front is like, you know, maybe not kind, but it's a natural reaction. It's a honest reaction, and I think it helps Bobby's character realize that like, yeah, this isn't gonna work for me. Paper, that's what it looks like, and these characters are, and the way they're written will react. Yeah, exactly. I feel they did a lot for Peggy not be as annoying as she did in the later seasons of the show. I think Peggy is honestly probably the best character in King of the Hill. I think she has the most clever lines. She is always like the most in character of all of the characters. Dale's character, for example, doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't make sense in like oh, he's like, he doesn't know what he's talking about kind of way. It doesn't make sense in like he is both super anti-government and also the biggest cheerleader of the government every single time. He's always willing to rat everyone out to the government. He always like wants to have this level of power over other people, which is like kind of betrayed by the fact that he's always willing to give it up immediately to like good boy for the cops or whatever. And I think you can go like, well, that's not really like the duality of man or whatever. That's not really hypocrisy, because lots of people like that are like that IRL. But I don't think it's ever like fully explored why he is that way, like why he's like Cotton Hill's biggest cheerleader, and also he like hates the government with a passion. Like hates the government, loves the military is a normal thing, but it's more of a right-wing thing than I think Dale's character is. I don't think Dale is like hard right. He just believes everything that could possibly be true about anything. Like he's just incredulous. Deep King of the Hill discussions, it's deep art discussions. Not to get, you know, too like masturbatory about it, but it's a good show. And good art requires a little bit of conversation. Liked Willow as a character. I kind of hope she shows up again. She was an interesting character, yeah. Your Honor, I can tell you're a reasonable horse. I am very pregnant because of what happened with Lupe. She ate my bus accident. All I wanted was to make Lupe into a book. I have too many good anuses ahead of me to spend my life in the cigar back. What the fuck are you talking about? Dale. Oh, is that what Peggy said? In Mexico? Is when Peggy went to court in Mexico for abduction, yeah. I never knew what I never knew what the translation was. I had to think about it for a second, but yeah, that's her defense speech. That's so good. And it's like funny because like all of the words they chose, like anuses instead of like años, right? Like for years. Like there's some pretty good bits in that. Mexico, yeah. That's so good. Hell yeah. I'm happy I picked up on that. That's good. Anyway, I like King of the Hill. I think it's a good show. I think it has one of the more understated series finales, but like I really like the series finale. I think it's like one of the best episodes of like television I've ever seen in my life. It just like it's perfect way to end the show. And then the time skip and what they're doing now doesn't feel like it betrays it. Like, it makes perfect sense that like where they left off and like where they are now are like congruent. Very wholesome episode. It's also funny because this guy's stat spread is fucked up too. It's funny because when they originally aired it, they aired it and the con having bipolar disorder or manic depression. They aired them back to back as like a twofer for like this is the end of King of the Hill, but they played the episodes out of order. So the con has manic depression was actually the final episode, which is not a good final episode, like, at all. Like, why would con be... This whole con episode is, like, how the series ends. They got a lot of room to work with if they got a pad for episodes with flashbacks. It's manic, yeah. Bop. We're just screaming at people. We're winning. Alright. We can chill on that. Here's my strong gust. Whack. Okay. Can you stop fucking dodging, dude? There we go. 200 damage? Hell yeah. I see you here, shaking that ass. We're not going to go much longer. I have to get up super early tomorrow morning, and it's midnight for me right now. But I've been enjoying this. Yes, all set up already. My boss just asked me if I had all the gear I needed for tomorrow. The event starts in 8 hours. So it's like, if I didn't, I don't know, man. I think we're shit out of luck. I got this, well, I mean, if you know anything about skateboarding, Chris Jocelyn tray flipped El Toro, which is fucking crazy. And if you don't know anything about skateboarding, that sounds like that rainbow, like 5 geoguessers went Hawaii on Idaho. Like, it's just words, and shit doesn't mean anything. And tray flip is a 360 flip. El Toro is a gigantic fucking stair set. It's like 20-something steps. It's a very famous stair set. So, huge thing. And also, like, he had tried it before, and every time he landed it, like, his board broke. And then he gave up for quite a long time. I think it was Jocelyn that was trying it before. Anyway. But the meta AI in the comments was really funny, because it's like, who is Tray Flip? Tray Flip is a skateboard trick. It says, Tray Flip is a professional skateboarder known for his technical skills and high-level tricks. His full name is Trey Gene Wilson. He has gained recognition with the skateboarding community for his unique styles and abilities. Again, they're still talking about a trick. This isn't a person. In the context of the post you mentioned, it seems Chris Jocelyn is showcasing his skills with Tray Flip's signature trick, the El Toro, which is a challenging skateboard maneuver. El Toro is the location. That's incredible. I don't think we got to worry about the robots yet. I think we're still okay for a little bit. I just like Chris Jocelyn, Trey Flip Del Toro. It sounds like the Zusha and K-Smog caught flipping a grunt or whatever. It's like, these aren't words. Okay. I'm going to end the stream because my boss wants me to call him, so I might as well just do that and get off stream. Great to get a phone call at fucking midnight, but it is what it is. Let's find someone to raid. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll finish this guy off. We'll get the cooking ready. Yeah, he's stressed about something. Who can we raid? I'm not stressed. It is what it is. Like, I have already set up my event for tomorrow. So I'm chilling. I'm big chilling. My boy, E Street Gaming. We haven't raided him in quite a long time. Very cool dude. Very fun personality. He's playing some Borderlands 4, so if you're interested in Borderlands 4, that's pretty hype. I have not played any of the Borderlands games, so I don't know anything about them. I'm going to go get some sleep. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay chilling, because you know I will. And we're going to get Not Paul done, and then I got to come up with a name for Burger Bird. Burger Bird might work. I'm thinking 3,000 calories is the name we're going with. I think that's probably it. Oh, and we just got the end music. Yoshi's Woolly World just ended. All right. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.